So 40 million naira cash or 10,000 naira every day till you die. Now this question has been asked severally by lots of people and even many blogs, and I've observed and seen the many responses and choices most people make regarding this question. It was also asked recently again on Instagram, and I observed and I saw over 98% of persons chose the 40 million naira with various reasons. Hence, I thought I need to do a video about this to address some very pertinent concern regarding that question. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys mathematical breakdown and reasons why I believe the 10K is actually the best choice for anyone who is part of the general population that lives paycheck to paycheck, and also share with you guys the very few percentage of people that actually qualify to go for the 40 million naira cash. Though this is just a hypothetical question, but watch through till the end because this is going to help you immensely in your decision making, especially regarding finances and money management. So before we get into the video properly, if it is your first time of coming into this channel, kindly give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. On this channel, I do my best to talk about business, mindset, entrepreneurship, self-development, and also the issues of life. And time to time, I also do interview on this channel. So if it borders on what you would like to see and also learn about, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification. But as you do that, also give this video a thumbs up. Now let's get into the video. Now, unless this country goes through a very massive financial crisis that it costs 5,000 naira to buy a loaf of bread, 10K every day for life is the best choice for anyone in the general population that lives paycheck to paycheck. So why do I say so, you may ask? Okay, let me start by addressing the 5 major questions or issues and concerns that I saw most people raised in the comment section regarding why they want to choose or why they are going for the 40 million naira cash. And number one is this: death. Most people say, what if you die suddenly? This is number one fear that most people keep clamoring about as a reason why they choose 40 million naira. And I also ask you, okay, what if you die if you go for the 40 million naira? Some people will say, I will, at least my family, my wife, or this and that, they will inherit the money. Penny wise, pound foolish. Now let's just believe that you are not going to die, because I believe you don't just wake up every day, or when you wake up in the morning you begin to think, what if you die tomorrow, or what if you die next tomorrow? Yes, I agree on the fact that you're not the custodian of your life, which means nobody owns tomorrow, nobody is assured of tomorrow. Yes, but irrespective of that, we still believe that you're still alive. Let us agree that you still live 20 years, 30 years, or 40 years. You still have up to like 50 years more to live. So death should be out of it at this moment. Let's just assume or just believe, since you believe that you're not going to die, except you believe that you're going to die tomorrow. But if you believe that you're not going to die, let's just assume and believe that you still have many more years to live. So death is out of it at the moment. Now I just want to list out some of the concerns some people listed, or some people mentioned on the comment section why they choose the 40 million naira. By the time I list them out, then I will now address in detail the full issue and why I said 10K is the best bet for the general population. Now the number one, like I said, is death, and number two is investment. If you ask somebody, they will say, like I asked someone yesterday, said, what would you like to do? What would you choose, 40 million or 10,000 naira every day till you die? He looked at me and said, okay, 40 million. I said, why? He said, investment. What do you want to invest the money into? You see, most people that say investment don't even understand what investment is all about. What are you investing the money into? Are you just mentioning investment because you think you see 40 million naira, you can just invest into something? Do you know how many investments go down the drain every single day? Do you know how many investments, go down, they die every single day? You have not understood the nitty-gritty of building wealth. You have not understood what it means to build a business. You've not understood what it means to have a particular huge amount of money, and you're talking about investment. If you are not in the class of people that have the idea of building business, or that have built any business before, or that have proven track record of growing wealth and building a business, then investment is out of it for you that is thinking to do investment. If I ask you what do you want to invest, or you just say I have a business idea. If you have a business idea good enough that you think 40 million naira is what is the problem, look for an investor and sell it to them, and they will invest that 40 million naira into that idea. But if you cannot sell it to an investor, it means that that idea is not yet sellable for you to be able to prove that 40 million naira can go into investment. So you cannot talk about investment for now. And I'm going to address the investment more further as we go into. Like I said, I just want to list out the major things that people raise as concern. So investment for you that have not built up a business, that have not had a track record of anything you're doing, that you don't even understand what you want to invest on or into, and you're mentioning investment, is out of it. Let's not talk about it. The third issue people raise is that inflation will affect the money. And I asked them, inflation, okay, what? Inflation will also affect the 40 million naira. But they say inflation, like I said earlier on, I said, except this country goes into a massive crisis, financial crisis, that it costs like up to 5,000 naira to buy a loaf of bread, then inflation, yes, we know inflation do come up time to time. It affects businesses and everything generally. So even if it's the 40 million naira you take, inflation is going to hit it along the line in investment, whatever. But if it is 10,000 naira, okay, let's say inflation is going to, but at least with that, you are going to understand how to build and how to grow wealth. But let's just leave that. I'll still address it further on. But the third option is investment. Now the fourth concern, and so most people raised also, is what if the 10K stop coming in suddenly? Now that is out of the game. That is outrightly out of it, because it was not written that this 10K will stop anytime. It's like breathing every day. You know, when the day you were born, and since you are alive, you have been breathing every day. And the day you stop breathing is the day you know you die. But if so long you are still breathing, it means that you are still alive. So that is synonymous to the 10,000 naira every day for life. It means that till you stop breathing, then the 10K stop. But if you don't stop breathing, you are still breathing, so long you are still alive, it means the 10K is continuous. So the idea of what if the money stop coming in, the person change his mind and all of that, it's out of it, because it was not stated or categorically listed. All that was listed is that 40 million cash or for 10,000 naira every day. So the part of it stopping is out of it. So the fifth list option that or concern that most people raise regarding their choice for 40 million is that it takes a long time. That is impatient. It takes a long time to build the 10,000 naira. And I laugh, because tell me categorically what doesn't take time to build. Even if you have the 40 million naira, you're thinking about investing it or putting it into something that you want to grow, you want to build, it also takes time. So there's nothing literally that doesn't take time. This is the reason. It's because of impatience and reasons like that is the reason why you see most people today are jumping or falling for get rich quick scheme, or jumping into things that want to get them quick money. You hear recently that it's trending that women, ladies sleeping with dogs and all of that. Why? Impatience. People just want to get it like this. Speed of light. But wealth building and money building is process. It's all about process. It's not something you can just wake up from the blues and it happens. That's why these days you hear this abominable act that most people do, all in the bid to get quick money. Impatience. With patience, you can build. I did a video about this that I titled The Process of Building Wealth. I think I'm going to link it in the description, also put in the call card. So in that video, I explain in detail the true genuine process of actually building true wealth. I'm not talking about money you stumble upon, or money you just waking up thinking just to make it from the blues, or money you just want to you're looking for one or two get rich quick scheme to make. I mean, you want to make true wealth that grows and accumulates. I did a video about it. I'm going to also link in the description. Now, with those 5 reasons out of the way, let's dive deeper into the mathematical reason why the 10K, like I said, is the best choice for the most population that lives paycheck to paycheck. Now this is it. 10,000 naira every day. So if we are doing 10 times 7, let's say 7 days of the week, which means we are literally having 70,000 naira a week. If we have, let's say, 30 days in a month, which literally every month is 30 days, 31, but let's just say 30 days in a month, that is 300,000 naira in a month. I can bet you most people don't see such amount of money in a month in their life. They have never even, most of the people that are going for the 40 million naira haven't seen such amount of money in a month before in their life. Nigeria's minimum wage is 30,000 naira. That is the minimum wage in this country. 30,000 naira. And I can assure you that 50% of the population earn even below that. So the very few people that earn above that don't even earn up to 300,000 naira a month. So that's the 300,000 naira a month for you to build upon if you do not know how to already build wealth before in the first place. Because now money is a spirit. Money is a spirit. You think when you have 40 million naira, you are just going to make judicious use of it. But You wouldn't understand what will happen to you when you have that 40 million naira if you have not been able, if you have not had that kind of money before in your life. I'm going to talk about that as we proceed. But this is just for the 10,000 naira times 70,000. If in 30 days, that is 300,000 naira in 1 month. In 1 month, 300,000 naira. That is, if we're calculating 1 month in 1 year, that will be how much? That's like 3.6 million naira in 1 year. 3.6 million naira in 1 year. Tell me how many people, how many original population have seen that amount of money in their accounts? I can assure you that 50-70% of people that keep clamoring 40 million naira haven't seen that amount of money in their life before, even in their account balance. If you haven't gotten that such amount of money, any million naira in your account before, you cannot manage 40 million naira. Take it from me. Take it from me and go ask people that understood what it means to build wealth. If you have not been able to build wealth gradually, and you have not seen 3-something million naira in your account before, or 5 million naira in your account before, and you think you can be able to do magic with 40 million naira, you're lying to yourself. Now, statistics said that 70% of Nigerian workers hold jobs that pay just enough to get them out of poverty. Which means, if 17% of Nigerian workers hold jobs just enough to get them out of poverty, you can imagine the rate at which most people end below that. If you want to understand that statistic, you can search minimum wage in Nigeria. You see that statistic in detail. So, which means 83% of the populace should literally fall in the category of people that needs to go for the 10,000 naira every day for life, to help you to understand what it means to build wealth and to manage wealth and to grow money. Now, like I said earlier, if you have never seen such amount of money in your life, or like millions of naira, or 1 million naira, or 2 million naira in your accounts, and you're thinking to go for 40 million naira, it means that your mindset is very poor and you will always fall for get rich quick scheme. Let me ask you, you that you want to choose 40 million naira, do you have 1 million naira in your account? Have you been, if yes, how did you grow that 1 million naira? Do you have 2 million naira? Do you have 3 million naira? You have 4 million naira that you can manage. I mean, that you've been able to build. You may say you don't have those amounts cash now. Okay, have you been able to build such amount of money before and then invested into other things and all of that to grow it? If your answer is no, then you still fall in the percentage of people that needs to go for the 10,000 naira every day. So you are able to grow through the process of learning how to build, hold, and manage wealth. Now I'm talking about lottery winners. Why do you think most lottery winners, or can you name any lottery winner that you know that made it big? I mean, that is still wealthy, or that has been able to judiciously manage the wealth they made or they got through lottery? None. Most lottery winners lose their money within the next 3 to 5 years. Why? Because money, like I said, is a spirit. And when you have money like that, it's a spirit. When you have never seen huge amounts of money before in your life, and a sudden chunk of money come into you like that, you squander it, you wouldn't even know how you got to squander that amount of money. So now with the 10K every day, it can help you to make the right investment decision. Even if you take risk on making investments, which means you invested the millions, you started making year in, year out with the 10,000 naira. And even if you make some mistakes and fall, or your investment go down the drain, you can be assured that you still have more 10,000 naira that is coming in every day to help you in making the next decision or the next investment decision. Because by then you'd have been more wiser, you'd have been more prudent, you would have learned probably by being beaten, or you would have learned probably by losing your money due to 1 or 2 wrong investments or the business idea you're trying to do, and you jump into the business, 1 or 2 things that you didn't calculate. Because except you start a business idea, except you get it on the track of running that business, you wouldn't fully understand the picture. You would just be imagining it on your head. But when you get down to running a business fully, you understand that there are risks involved, there are losses, there are many things that come along the line. So with that 10,000 naira you make every day, with the things you are investing, any loss you make, you still be assured that you are having much more that is coming in to make calculated decisions and calculated risk. By then your risk will be minimal. You'll be more prudent in your decision and in your investment much more, and thereby making you much more money. Because when you make a mistake and you learn from it, and it helps you to, next time you don't make such mistake again, you avoid such mistake, you avoid such errors, and you invest wisely, you learn wisely, then you will know you have been beaten here, you have been beaten here. Then gradually you will know that, okay, these are the things you should do, these are the things you should not do, these are the things you should dabble into, these are the things you should not dabble into. If you dabble here, okay, let's even try this. You try it, there's mistake, there are errors, there are this, there are that, you correct, you fix, you adjust, you learn. And before you know it, within a space of 5 years, you make over 40 million naira and bench that person. I think he just took 40 million naira that doesn't understand investment decision, or that haven't built any business or anything that knows that is worthy of note. You literally bench that person, because with that 40 million that person that doesn't understand investment will have, the person will be literally confused. I think when you have such amount of money, you know what to do. When that money gets you, you'll be confused, and probably you want to upgrade your lifestyle and a whole lot of things. And when you get yourself into that, before you know it, you mess up the money without even knowing it. And let's even be frank, 40 million naira, let me ask you, what do you think you can get properly with 40 million naira in this current Nigeria? Now, when I'm talking about 40 million naira, I'm putting it to every country's currency. If you're in Nigeria, then I'm talking about 40 million in naira. If you're not in Nigeria, your country currency, 40 million in that currency, so that it can be put in proper perspective. The 40M writing will be the best move for you if you already have a very good idea of how to properly manage your finances, know all the ins and outs of the market, and also have decent social network of acquaintances and friends, and also have been able to manage such amount of money before, or have been able to build similar amount of money. But the majority of people don't fall in that class. So, but with the 10K, since you don't fall in that class, 10K is a guaranteed formula for you to grow and be able to manage finances and understand how the nitty-gritty of building wealth works. So you may ask, who are the very few that are qualified to choose the 40 million naira cash? And number one set of people is old age. If you are old, crickle, retired in your 60s and 70s, and you believe that you cannot be able to work your way through to build wealth again, you know that you're just waiting for your time to die, you just want to retire, rest, and just enjoy yourself, then the 40 million naira can be the best bet for you to pick up, and then just enjoy yourself, relax, and wait till you die. Then you know that you want to die, you just want to have fun with that amount of money. So old people, yes, you are old, you can pick that choice of money. The second set of people qualify to pick 40 million naira or to choose the 40 million naira cash is those already in the millionaire cadre. When you're already in the millionaire category, you've been able to build millions before, you understand what it means to build millions, like I've been saying all the long while, then you are qualified to choose that, because you already understood investment, you understood building wealth, you already have a business that you're working on, that you're building, that you already understood the nitty-gritty, that all you needed is just some funds to boost into the business, then push it and blow it up. Then those are the people that fall in that category to choose the 40 million naira, because you already have a process, a standard process, proven track record of building wealth. Without a proven track record, whatever you are thinking, like I've been saying, it's just an imagination. So those in the millionaire cadre, yes, qualified. The third grade of people that are qualified to choose the 40 million naira is those that are sick. Which means if you are sick and dying, and maybe the doctor said you just have 7 days more to live, 1 year more to live, 3 more months to live, and all of that, then you can pick the 40 million naira and talk about, okay, I'm still going to die very soon. Since I'm going to die, what am I waiting for? Let me just pick up this money. Even if I cannot eat it, I can pass it to my family, wife, siblings, friends, and all of that. They will inherit it. Fall in that category, yes. But remove yourself. If you're not in that category, remove yourself, like I said, from the first list of people that are thinking, what if you die suddenly? Since you're not thinking of death, you didn't fall in that category. Except you know you are sick and proven by the doctors that you're going to die. Then you fall in that category. So before I round it up, I'm going to share with you 2 very comments that are very striking that I picked up from one of the blogs that shared this question. I picked up 2 very striking comments that encompasses the whole essence of this video. And I'm going to read it for you verbatim. I'm going to read it to you verbatim, the way I copied it from that blog. So one of the comments I picked up from that online that really struck me and that drives home this entire message in this video is this. It's from someone. I copied it. I think I didn't write out the name, unfortunately, but I'm going to read it verbatim how the person wrote it. The person said, in quotes, "The greatest risk takers are the richest people in the world. So I will go for 10K because it's going to be a daily doubling. And if I go for the 40 million, there is every possibility I will instantly start living an expensive lifestyle." Note that word, expensive lifestyle. Trying to meet up with others, which will cost me a lot. But collecting 10K on daily basis will help me manage my wealth, make good decisions, create new ideas, on how to manage and invest it. But 40M go make me go crazy because of too much thinking of how to manage it. This encompasses the whole thing I've been trying to share on this episode since the beginning of this video. And the second one also that I will share, then maybe I will give you guys a personal story of mine, is this comment also from someone too. And it says, I would rather choose 10K every day because that 40 million would make me brag and I would spend it on wise. But with 10K, I can make a budget on what to buy. These are two very striking comments that I picked up and that drives home the whole essence of this video, that drives home the whole thing. When you have 40 million naira and you have not been able to build wealth before, you have not really seen wealth before, you won't know how that money will intoxicate you. Money is a spirit, like I said. When it intoxicates your brain, before you know it, you want to live up to people. You make foolish investment decisions that will dwindle that money. Because why? There is no roots. And when there is no roots, what happens? You won't go far. It means that whatever comes in quickly will die off quickly. Because why? The root is not there. Typical example of lottery winners. So these two comments drive some the whole essence. I'm going to share a personal story of mine. I remember when I was in Warri, Delta State then, I was working in licensing office, it's a government office, and we're making this illegal money that comes in from people and all of that. The money comes in bulk. I mean, every day you can literally go home with like 100,000, 150,000. So I was making some ridiculous amount of money then. This is like 2009, 8, 9, 10, or thereabout. I was making some ridiculous amount of money every day. I mean, huge amount of money. You can imagine I was quite young, very much young then. And you can imagine me making such amounts of money. What was I thinking then? Before you know it, guess what I started doing? Immediately such amount of money is coming because I realized that I made such amount of money. Like every day, the minimum amount I make every day is 50,000. Some days I make 100, some days 150. If there's no money at all, I want to get a day, I must make at least 20, 30,000 naira and go home with it. So you can put that together in 1 month and see the amount of money I was making. And what did I start doing? I stopped eating mama foods. I mean, road foods. And what did I start? I started going to top-notch restaurants to eat. I mean, I just go there to just splurge. I say, this money is here. Let me just be spending it. Started spending the money. Spend here, spend there. I stopped buying clothes from the roadside or cheap place. I started going to top-notch boutiques to pick up clothes, shoes, very expensive. My taste grew up. Everything about me and the taste and the things I started buying blew up instantly. And before you know it, everything that's expensive is what I want to buy. If you bring anything to me that is cheap, I'm not interested. Whatever that is expensive, I just want to make sure I keep squandering that. This money is coming up every day. That's what I keep telling myself. Okay, I will make it the next day. I keep squandering. What happened? The money is free. I wasn't living that lifestyle before. But immediately I started making that amount of money, my lifestyle changed immediately because I had not understood what it means to make savings. Imagine I was saving those amount of money then and thinking of the right investment to put in and what to do with those amount of money. I know what I would have done with that money then, but what was I doing? Blowing it up on expensive things because I was just looking at I throw challenge to people. When I see someone has money, I throw challenge to this person that, hey, I'm going to do better than you. I'm going to buy this better than what? How much do you buy this? I'll buy it more. That's what I kept doing. Kept blowing the money, till finally that income closed down because later on everything scattered and then that money stopped coming. And then it became very difficult for me to readjust back to the low lifestyle I was living. But I was forced into it by fire, by force. But in hindsight, I was able to understand that without that process, without that root of understanding what it means to build wealth, you might not be able to have the understanding or to have the knowledge of savings, investment, and actually truly growing wealth. Ever since I left and started my business, I make huge amounts of money, but still it doesn't really affect me. You will not see it affect or change how I behave or how I spend, but rather I'm still very, very frugal in my expenses and my spending. Even though I have lots of money on ground. Since I'm doing my business, I've been making lots of money, but still it doesn't make me spend like the way I used to do then, because now I understood investment. I think future. I think, what am I going to buy in it? What am I going to invest in? What am I going to do this money? I act as though I don't have the money even though I have it. Why? Because I've understood what it means. I've gone through the process. I've gone from the bottom to build 1 naira, 2 naira, 3 naira. I understood that this money, I knew how I made it. Then it helped me to understand, to broaden my mindset mentally, physically, and in every realm, to understand that even with huge amount of money, you can still be very frugal, maintain a healthy lifestyle while still making the proper investment that can grow your business. Because without that knowledge, you're going to fall when it comes to building wealth. So with this, all that I've said, you can answer very well and categorically clear. Are you in the category of those that you choose 40 million naira or those that should go for 10K? I think with all I've said, you should understand where you're falling. I don't need to say you're falling on 40M, you should choose 40M, or you should choose 10K every day. I think with all I've shared, it will help you to understand that, yes, this is where you literally fall. And don't say, I know what I can do. Give me 40, I know what I can do. See, like I said, you do not know what you can do with such an amount of money till you have it. That's why I said, first learn to build wealth. If you have not been able to, if you have not made such amount of money, let's say if you don't have like 5 million, 2 million, such amount that you grew in your accounts, you don't really first understand it. If you have a good idea that you need 40 million, like I said, look for an investor, then invest in it. But if it's not sellable, I mean, it's not a good idea. So in a nutshell, what should you take from this video? You should understand that life is a process. And it's all about process. And if you do not understand the right process and the true process of building wealth and growing, if you do not have the roots, you come crashing like a pack of cards. So I'm going to leave you with just this scripture to close it up that sums up this whole message. And it's Proverbs 13:11b. Proverbs 13:11b. It says, he that gathers gradually by honest labor will increase his riches. So this is Proverbs, and this is the word of God that said that. So if you gather gradually and with honest labor, indeed, you will increase your riches. But that comes quickly goes quickly. Selah. So if you got even 1 iota of value and you share my sentiment in this video, what I shared with you thus far, kindly give this video a thumbs up. And like I said, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to subscribe. More content is coming and that's going to help your mindset in business and in every other angle of life growth in general. And sometimes I also talk about issues of life. I raise up 1 or 2 things that concerns life generally, and I talk about them. So if you love to see content like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the post notification, ring the bell so you're one of the first to get notified each time I upload a new video. Don't forget to like this video and share it with 1 or 2 persons, or those that maybe you have seen this question before somewhere, and maybe you have some argument with it with some people. Share this video with them so they get to understand why the 10K is the best bet for them. Though like we said, the question is just hypothetically. It's not real. Nobody is giving that. We know that, yes, it's just an hypothetical question. But if you understand the 2 questions, I mean, if you understand the question very well, and you understand the right choice to make, that will help you in business and in making the right financial decisions in your life and in everything that pertains to finances. So thanks for watching this video. Like I said, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. My name is Benzik. I'm a creative entrepreneur. Thanks for watching. Cheers.